In this video, we are going to learn about the crystal field theory. The crystal field theory is used to describe the breaking of degeneracy of d orbital in transition metal complexes. Crystal field theory is proposed by Hans Bethe and John Lake. According to this theory, there are intermolecular force present between the metal and ligand orbital. Due to this force, the degenerate orbitals becomes non-degenerate. By using crystal field theory, the splitting of the orbital takes place. Splitting of d orbitals takes place. Let us understand all this point one by one. The first point is that this theory is described by the particular Hans Bethe and John Lake. The Hans Bethe and John Lake performed various types of experiment, that is by using the absorption spectroscopy. Absorption spectroscopy is used to describe the crystal field theory. The absorption spectroscopy is also called as electron spectroscopy. Electron spectroscopy. Let us understand the first point is that what is meant by spectroscopy. The spectroscopy, where the interaction of electromagnetic radiation with matter takes place. In this case, in crystal field theory, the particular interaction between the electromagnetic radiation and complexes takes place. Generally, the transition metal complexes takes place. That is, here the particular absorption of light takes place. According to this theory, the particular absorption of light takes place in between the range of 400 nanometer up to 800 nanometer. 400 nanometer up to 800 nanometer. That is, this is the particular visible range of light that contains different types of color electromagnetic radiation. That is VIB, GYOR. VIB, GYOR. There are different types of spectroscopic rays are from the cosmic, gamma, X-ray, ultraviolet, visible, then IR, then microwave. These are the all types of particular spectroscopic range. This is also called as the that is electromagnetic spectrum. This spectrum are used, that is the particular visible range, are used to describe the absorption spectroscopy in crystal field theory, where the particular interaction of electromagnetic radiation with matter takes place. The second point is that the particular intermolecular orbital overlap between the metal orbital and ligand orbitals. Here, the particular there are two different types of orbital. Metal contain the metal orbitals and ligand contain the ligand orbital. When the particular metal orbitals are interact with the ligand orbital, there are the particular overlapping between these orbitals takes place, which due to which the particular degenerate orbitals become non-degenerate. Let us understand this particular concept. Here also called as there are the splitting of the orbitals are takes place. By using this particular spectroscopy, we can also use to describe the magnetic properties of particular complexes. Number second, also we study the color of the transition metal complexes. That is the transition metal contain the different types of compounds by overlapping with the different types of ligand. Number third, it is also used to describe the hydration energy. Energy of the particular complexes. Let us understand the particular magnetic properties of different complexes. In magnetic properties, there are two types of compounds are present. One is the diamagnetic compound, another is the paramagnetic compound. That is the diamagnetic one, diamagnetic compound, and paramagnetic compound. In diamagnetic compound, there are absence of unpaired electron. That is unpaired of electron. Unpaired electrons are absent in diamagnetic substances. But in paramagnetic substances, the unpaired electrons are present. This theory is used to describe the particular complexes is diamagnetic or paramagnetic nature. The complexes are also used to describe the color of the different complexes formed in the transition metal, where the color of that particular complex depend on the excitation of electron from the ground state to the excited state by absorption of energy in that particular range, that is 400 nanometer up to the 800 nanometer. Then this theory is also used to describe the hydration energy of the metal complexes. Here the question is arising that what is meant by hydration energy? The hydration energy is also called as enthalpy of solvation. Enthalpy of solvation. That is the amount of energy is released. The amount of energy is released when particular compound is added into the particular solvent. For example, here if we add the calcium chloride into the water, what happens? The energy is released. This is the exothermic reaction. That is, the energy is released by particular ion which is formed by the particular complexes. This hydration energy is also called as the enthalpy of solvation, where the amount of energy is released when the particular complexes are dissolved in particular water. Let us understand how the particular crystal field theory is takes place in octahedral complexes. In octahedral complexes, for example, COS2O by 6, 3 positive. Second example, COCl by 6, 3 negative. In this particular sphere, the CO, that is the cobalt one, is the metal ion, which is attached with the different types of complexes. Here the 6 ligands are attached to the cobalt, and here also 6 ligands are attached to the particular cobalt orbital. Here the particular oxidation state of this complex, and here +3 is the oxidation state of this particular complexes. We know that in d orbital there are 5 different types of orbitals are present. Here in d subshell there are 5 different types of d orbitals are present, which is named as dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, dz square. These are the 5 different types of d orbitals are present in transition metal complexes. These all types of particular d orbital in frame metal ion have same energy. Same in energy. Here we can देखो यहाँ पे ट्रांजिशन मेटल ऑर्बिटल इन डी ऑर्बिटल में क्या 5 डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ ऑर्बिटल रहते हैं. दैट इज इन दी सबशेल. डी सबशेल में क्या है 5 डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ ऑर्बिटल रहते हैं. ठीक है. एंड इन फ्री मेटल आयन में ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ ऑर्बिटल की एनर्जी कैसी रहेगी सेम रहेगी. सो दैट इट इज कॉल्ड एज डीजेनरेट ऑर्बिटल. डीजेनरेट ऑर्बिटल्स. इसको डीजेनरेट ऑर्बिटल क्यों बोलते हैं? पर्टिकुलर ऑल टाइप ऑफ ऑर्बिटल्स की एनर्जी कैसे रहेगी सेम रहेगी. किसमें रहेगी? पर्टिकुलर फ्री मेटल आयन में. जब किसी भी कंपाउंड के साथ उसका कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म नहीं हुआ हो, जब कोई भी लिगैंड पर्टिकुलर मेटल आयन को पर्टिकुलर अटैक नहीं हुआ हो, पर्टिकुलर इंटरमॉलिक्यूलर फोर्स is not present between the metal and ligand orbital, तभी 5 ऑर्बिटल्स की एनर्जी कैसे रहेगी सेम रहेगी. अब अगर सेम एनर्जी रहेगी तो पर्टिकुलर इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट इन मेटल आयन विच इज अरेंज स्पेरिकली सिमेट्रिकल इन नेचर अराउंड द सेंट्रल मेटल आयन. यानी कि क्या पर्टिकुलर मेटल आयन के आजू बाजू में जो इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट रहेंगे फ्री मेटल आयन में, सभी इलेक्ट्रॉन कैसे रहेंगे स्पेरिकली फिट रहेंगे. सिमेट्रिकल अरेंजमेंट रहेगी पर्टिकुलर इलेक्ट्रॉन की. सो दैट that particular orbital has same in energy. Then when the particular ligand orbitals are approaches towards the central metal ion, हमने क्या कहा कि suppose this is the particular metal ion and this is the particular ligand orbitals. जब वो फ्री में था तो कैसे all types of orbital कैसे रहे थे सेम एनर्जी में. इट इज सेड टू बी द डीजेनरेट ऑर्बिटल. जब ligand ऑर्बिटल क्या हो गए अप्रोच हो गए किस तरफ पर्टिकुलर मेटल ऑर्बिटल के तरफ. Then what happened? The energy of that particular orbitals are increases. यानी कि क्या हो रहा है पर्टिकुलर 5 ऑर्बिटल्स की एनर्जी क्या हो रही है बढ़ रही है. तो बढ़ने के बाद एनर्जी बढ़ने के बाद यहाँ पे क्या होता है देखो the 5 different orbitals become non-degenerate. हमने यहाँ पे क्या कहा है कि जब पर्टिकुलर लिगैंड ऑर्बिटल अप्रोच करेंगे पर्टिकुलर मेटल ऑर्बिटल के पास तब क्या होगा तब ऐसा होगा कि यहाँ पे पर्टिकुलर जो ऑर्बिटल की एनर्जी है वो क्या हो जाएगी बढ़ जाएगी. एंड दिस स्टेट ऑफ पर्टिकुलर मेटल ऑर्बिटल्स आर सेड टू बी द नॉन डिजेनरेट स्टेट. नॉन डिजेनरेट स्टेट ऑफ पर्टिकुलर डी ऑर्बिटल्स हैविंग एवरेज अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी of the orbitals are in spherical field. These orbitals are said to be the non-degenerate orbitals. Then the splitting of these particular orbitals takes place. That is the splitting of the orbitals takes place into two groups. One having lower energy and another having higher energy. Let us understand this concept by observing the particular d orbital diagrams. There are 5 different types of the orbital. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, then the first orbital is dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, then dz square. This is the xy, yz, zx, x square minus y square. This is the particular z square. The orbital lobes, there are 2 types of orbital lobes are present on the d orbital. We know that the d orbital is double dumbbell in shape. That is d orbital is double dumbbell in shape. There are two lobes are present around the d orbitals. Here in dxy, dyz and dzx, the orbital lobes are lie in between the axis. That is, यहाँ पे कैसा हो रहा है कि पर्टिकुलर ऑर्बिटल लोब कहाँ पे इन बिटवीन द एक्सिस एंड फॉर द पर्टिकुलर dx स्क्वायर माइनस वाई स्क्वायर एंड dz स्क्वायर, यहाँ पे ऑर्बिटल लोब कैसे आ रहे हैं अलोंग द एक्सिस. दैट इज द ऑर्बिटल लोब्स आर प्रेजेंट अलोंग द एक्सिस. यहाँ पे कैसा है इन बिटवीन द एक्सिस. यहाँ पे ऑर्बिटल लोब कैसे आ रहे हैं इन बिटवीन द एक्सिस. फॉर dxy, dyz, dzx, orbital lobes lie in between the axis, so that this particular orbital groups are said to be the T2g orbitals, and the orbital lobes are lie along the axis in ds square minus y square and dz square are said to be the Eg orbitals. यहाँ पे बोलते हैं इसको T2g orbital और dx square minus y square और dz square को कहेंगे हम Eg orbitals, where the orbital lobes are lie along the axis. This T2g and Eg term is taken from the spectroscopic method. Then here, by observing the diagram of the orbital, we say that when the ligand orbitals are approaches toward the central metal ion, what happens? There are two types of repulsion is takes place between the electron of metal and the electron present on the ligand orbital. Ligand contain the particular non-bonding pair of electron, non-bonding pair of electron, and metal also contain the particular electron which carries negative charge. The negative charge and negative charge repels with each other. That is the non-bonding pair of electron present on the ligand orbital, and the metal contain the electron. यहाँ पे क्या होगा? यहाँ पे होगा repulsion, and due to repulsion what happen? अब यहाँ पे repulsion कैसा हो रहा है कि Eg orbital के साथ डायरेक्ट repulsion हो रहा है along the axis. अब repulsion कैसा होगा? ज्यादा होगा. repulsion ज्यादा होगा तो क्या होगा? Eg orbital की एनर्जी बढ़ जाएगी. यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा? Eg orbital की एनर्जी क्या हो जाएगी? कम हो जाएगी, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कैसा है ज्यादा रिपल्शन है. स्ट्रॉन्ग रिपल्शन इज टेक प्लेस. स्ट्रॉन्ग रिपल्शन इज टेक्स प्लेस बिटवीन द ligand orbital and Eg orbital, so that the energy of Eg orbital is increases from the average energy of orbitals in spherical field. Then second one, when the ligand orbital approaches towards the T2g orbital, then we know that T2g orbitals are present in between the axis. अब T2g orbital in between the axis है तो क्या होगा? The particular repulsion between the electron present on the ligand and the electron present in the central metal ion, वहां पे repulsion कैसा होगा? लेस होगा, मिनिमम होगा as compared to Eg orbital. यहाँ पे T2g orbital का repulsion कैसा होगा? कम होगा as compared to Eg orbital, so that the energy of particular T2g orbital is decreases as from the average energy of the orbital in spherical field. यहाँ पे एनर्जी क्या हो जा रही है? कम हो जा रही है, और यहाँ पे एनर्जी क्या हो रही है? बढ़ रही है. अब एनर्जी कितनी बढ़ रही है और कितनी कम हो रही है? Here do you know that there are 5 orbitals in d transition metal complexes. In denominator we written the 5 types of particular d orbitals which is having same energy. अब यहाँ पे क्या? यहाँ पे में 2 ऑर्बिटल, सॉरी. ओके, अब यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? दिस इज द ds स्क्वायर माइनस y स्क्वायर, ये dz स्क्वायर, dxy dyz dzx. The energy gap present between the Eg orbital and T2g orbital, जो एनर्जी गैप रहेगी यहाँ पे Eg orbital और T2g orbital में, this energy gap is say that the particular crystal field stabilization energy. अब जिस एनर्जी को क्या कहेगा? क्रिस्टल फील्ड स्टेबलाइजेशन एनर्जी. एंड फॉर octahedral complexes it is denoted by del or for O for octahedral complex. Generally CAPC is measuring delta value, that is O for octahedral complex, that is del naught. यहाँ पे एनर्जी कितनी बढ़ रही है? यहाँ पे क्या है? पर्टिकुलर टू among the two orbitals, the three orbitals are low in energy. यहाँ पे टू ऑर्बिटल के सामने कितनी तीन ऑर्बिटल की एनर्जी क्या हो रही है? कम हो रही है. सो हियर रिटन एज 3. यहाँ पे थ्री ऑर्बिटल के अमंग में दो ऑर्बिटल की एनर्जी क्या हो रही है? बढ़ रही है. सो दैट हियर इज रिटन एज 2. Here plus sign for the increasing energy of the orbitals and minus sign for the decreasing energy of the particular d orbitals. After calculation, the value for particular this orbital is 0.6 and here minus sign here 0.4. From the formula, we can calculate the CAPC value for octahedral complex is equal to minus 0.4 T2G plus 0.6 EG del naught plus N star pairing. Here we can calculate the crystal field stabilization energy. क्रिस्टल फील्ड स्टेबलाइजेशन एनर्जी यहाँ पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं? कैलकुलेट करें. जो एनर्जी बढ़ रही है और कितनी कम हो रही है इन ऑक्टाहेड्रल कॉम्प्लेक्सेस में. फॉर्मूला कौन सा होगा? माइनस 0.4 T2G में कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन होंगे वो 0.6 और EG में कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन होंगे वो. दैट इज n इज द नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन. n इज द नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट इन पर्टिकुलर T2G ऑर्बिटल और EG ऑर्बिटल एंड दिस इज n स्टार p इज द पेयरिंग एनर्जी. अब यहाँ पे पेयरिंग एनर्जी क्या है? द अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड टू पेयर द इलेक्ट्रॉन. दिस कंसेप्ट इज लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड दिस कंसेप्ट बाय यूजिंग द पर्टिकुलर अनदर डायग्राम फॉर D4 complexes. D4 complexes. You know that in D4 complexes there are 4 electrons are present. There are 4 electrons are present. So that there are different types of arrangement of electron in EG orbital and in T2G orbital. According to the above principle is studied in the 11th class, where the electrons are filled in particular orbital by increasing energy. अब यहाँ पे एक इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा, यहाँ पे दूसरा, यहाँ पे तीसरा और चौथा इलेक्ट्रॉन कहाँ पे जाएगा? Higher energy orbital. We know that T2G orbital has lesser energy and EG orbital has more energy. So that the electrons are filled in such a way that by increasing amount of energy. Then Ohm's rule, what is the statement of Ohm's rule? The electrons are arranged in order to arrange it contain maximum number of electron. Ohm's rule क्या कहता है कि ऐसे इलेक्ट्रॉन को हमको अरेंज करना है पर्टिकुलर ऑर्बिटल में कि वहां पे मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन कैसे रहने चाहिए? 100 रहने चाहिए. So that by filling the first electron dxy, then dyz, then dzx, the fourth electron is entered into the EG orbital. This is the first case. In second case, what happened? The fourth electron present in the EG orbital is entered into the T2G orbital. Okay. How this particular phenomenon is occur? When the particular ligand electron approaching toward the central metal ion, there is a repulsion is takes place. We know that. The maximum repulsion, when the particular maximum repulsion is takes place, what happen? The electron repulsion due to electron repulsion, what happen? The fourth electron is jump to the one of the T2G orbital. All this type of particular orbital have same energy. यहाँ पे कोई भी ऑर्बिटल में एक इलेक्ट्रॉन क्या होगा? शिफ्ट होगा. इस ऑर्बिटल में भी रह सकता है, आप इस ऑर्बिटल में भी लिख सकते हैं, आप इस ऑर्बिटल में भी लिख सकते हैं, क्योंकि तीनों की पर्टिकुलर एनर्जी कैसे रहेगी? सेम रहेगी. अब ये होगा कहाँ पे? अब जहां पे पर्टिकुलर मैक्सिमम अनपेड नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन आपको दिख रहे हैं, दिस स्टेट इज सेड टू बी द पर्टिकुलर high spin complex. This state is said to be the high spin complex, where the weak field ligands are present. Weak field ligands are present, then it forms the high spin complexes where the maximum number of unpaired electron that contain maximum number of unpaired electron. और यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, यहाँ पे लेस, यहाँ पे पर्टिकुलर 3 अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन है, यहाँ पे कितने अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन है, यहाँ पे 2 अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन है, यहाँ पे 2 अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन कब फॉर्म होते हैं, जब इस यहाँ पे स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड लिगांड होगा, स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड लिगांड होगा, तब क्या होगा, पर्टिकुलर 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन इज जम्प टू द T2G ऑर्बिटल वेयर द 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन गेट पेयर. This pair of electron is said to be यहाँ पे spin pairing energy. Spin pairing energy. This energy is said that spin pairing energy. When the strong field ligand approaches towards the central metal ion, the electron is jumped from the 4th orbital to the T2G orbital, to the lower energy orbital, so that the pairing takes place. When from this concept we can say that when del naught is greater than P, this is the pairing energy. Del naught is greater than P, the particular octahedral complexes form high spin complexes. High spin complexes. यहाँ पे लो spin complexes. Spin complexes. अब जब del naught is less than P, then the high spin complexes are formed. High spin complexes are formed. Then those spin complexes have maximum number of unpaired electron. Maximum number of unpaired electron. और हाई स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्सेस में क्या होगा, मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन. del naught 0, that is del naught is greater than P, low spin complexes, del naught less than P, high spin complexes. यहाँ पे मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन, यहाँ पे मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन. From this we can calculate the crystal field stabilization energy for the d4 orbitals for high spin complexes and low spin complexes. By putting the number of electron into this formula, we can get the value for d4 octahedral complexes. Here minus 0.4. There are 3 electrons are present in T2G orbital. Then in each orbital contain 1 electron. There is no pairing of electron, so that the NP value is 0. After calculation, we can get the value for d4 complexes for high spin complex is 0.6 del naught, which is equal, that is del naught is equal to 10 dq, which is also measured in 10 dq, that is minus 6 dq. This is also represent in dq formation minus 6 dq. Let us calculate the CFSE value for all d octahedral complexes for d metals. Crystal field stabilization energy is calculated for the D1 to D10 for high spin complexes and for low spin complexes. Here number of electron present in d orbital. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, distribution of electron in high spin complexes. that is for T2G1 and EG1. Here we calculate the CFSE value for high spin complexes. For high spin complexes, all the orbitals are degenerated in energy, so that there is no pairing of electron takes place in the high spin complexes. Here the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let us understand this concept for the d6 electron, from 1 to 6 electron. In T2G orbital there are 1 electrons are present. In EG orbital there is an absence of electrons, so that by putting the value of 1 into the T2G orbital you can get the value. After calculation it is 0.4, or also it is written as 0.4 minus 4 dq. Then for the second D2 orbital, there are 2 electrons are present in T2G orbital. After calculation, we can get the value for CFSE value for D2 complexes. It is 0.8. Also, it is written in dq. That is 8 dq. After putting the value of 3 in T2G orbital, you can get the value for A3 complexes are, where 3 electrons are present, minus 1.2, or also it is 12 dq. For the fourth electron is this, after calculation, minus 0.6. So we calculate previously by taking the example for D4 complexes 6 dq. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, यहाँ पे 5 इलेक्ट्रॉन, 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन कहाँ पे रहेंगे, T2G ऑर्बिटल में. हम किसकी बात कर रहे हैं, हाई स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स. हाई स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स में क्या हो रहा है, मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन रहे. यहाँ पे D5 के लिए क्या होगा, 5 इलेक्ट्रॉन है, 1 2 3 4 और 1 5, इतने 5 इलेक्ट्रॉन. 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन कहाँ पे, T2G ऑर्बिटल में. 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन कहाँ पे, EG ऑर्बिटल. अब आफ्टर कैलकुलेशन, putting the value of this particular number of electron into this formula, here there are 3 electrons are present in T2G orbital and 2 electrons are present in EG orbital. Here value for this particular D5 complexes are found to be 0. Here CFSE value for D5 complexes are 0. Then for D6 is, put the number of electron in this formula, we can get the value for D6 complexes are minus 1.6, 1.6 minus 1.2, that is 0.4. Also 4 dq. 4 here 2 electrons are present in D6 orbital. Okay, for low spin complexes we can calculate the CFSE value in the next video. I hope you understand this concept. In the next video we can discuss the particular calculation of CFSE value for low spin complexes. Thank you.